Okay, everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at our create character. Okay, I'm just going to log in here. I'm going to go to play now. We've already the player name. Okay, as you can see, one here has a create character button. This one doesn't because I've actually created a character. I just haven't put in the code to show the character stats and select the character yet. So let's go over to character create. This is what you'll see here. Okay, let's take a look at the PHP behind this. Okay, player observation level 1, tokens, this is all pretty standard. We need the slot variable. We click what slot, click slot 1, slot 2, here's slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, that sort of thing. Slot 2, okay, this is all standard, you're on that. Document ready, we've done that. Swap content function, we'll go into that later on. Basically that takes care of this stuff right here, so when I click something it changes, but we'll talk about that later on. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to create this little form here, call it create care form. It's going to submit to do create character, and if we get a get, it's a taken value, it's going to show this warning that name's already restricted. Click another. Okay, and we're going to have a label for name, an input type text. Over here we have races. We can go to hit our database, get all the races, load them into this drop down menu here with the while loop. So each one's going to echo out. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing for sex. Now if we have sex set in our game set table, so game set table. So if this value is set to 1, yes, we're using sex. Then we're going to put in this drop down menu. Okay, and next we're going to do the same thing for archetype and class. And load the archetypes. Okay, like I said before, we're going to select the class. Right now there's only one class. Okay. And all these hrefs have on click, return false means we're not going to do nothing. Instead of actually taking us to a particular link, I want to do this Java script swap content, which we'll talk about later on, which are these links here. So that's when you see the code there. Okay, this all gets posted to do create care, so let's go over here. And the first thing we do, go to create a character. Well, this should be pretty standard for reps of taking. We take our slot, our character name, clean them up, and then we check in the players table to make sure we don't have another character with the same name. Can't have that. Then we check the restricted to make sure the name's not restricted. If that's still, if it is, we send them back with the header taken, which we'll get where these spans will show up. That name is taken. Okay, that's still okay. We're going to go to our game settings, and we're going to pull sex, vision, class, XP, game, health points, stamina points, meta points, all 6 of our attributes, race, class. We're going to get them and clean them up. If we are using sex, in our game. We're going to populate all the information from the sex table for all the attributes, all their hit points. If not, we're just going to put them as a male. Okay. Race. I'm going to take all the attributes of the race table for whatever race they selected. Attributes 1 to 6, call it race. Attribute 1 to 6. Health points, spell points, mana points, and vision. And okay, we're doing the same thing for all the class attributes, pulling them out, putting them in class attributes. And the class also get the max XP, and the class portrait, don't need to go with it. Okay, in our attributes, the names are, we don't have the names for the attributes unless we hit the attributes table to get the names, so that's what we're doing here with attribute name. Okay, and we're going to select the level table for how much XP we need at level 1. Okay, and once we got, that's going to equal our XP max. Once we got that, we're going to, the total of attribute 1 is the total of what we started with in the games table, the sex table, the race table, the class table, so on for attribute 2. And then for total health points at the start of the game, it's the game standard plus what his sex gives him, what his race gives him, what his class gives him. And then his max XP is equal to what his class gave times the XP modifier in the game settings table, which is this right here. Oh, in the class table. In the class table there is a field for an XP modifier, so let me show that to you. Class. So this knight will just be standard 1. If you want it to be harder, you can put this number up or down, and that's times by his starting XP to get what he needs for the next level. Once that is all done, we're going to create a table so we can show these to the player, and we're going to ask him, is this okay? And we can have a redo button, so if he doesn't like it, just clicks the redo button, that sends him back to the character create. And we're going to have a create button, so if he likes it, we're going to pass all those variables as hidden over to do create character put for putting in the database. Okay, let's open up do create character put. A pretty simple one. If it's been submitted, if not, send it back to character select. Take all those variables, do our standard cleanup on every single one of them. Then we're going to insert into the character table all those stats. And once we've done that, we're going to insert, we're going to select the character. Okay, and then we're, like I was saying, we are going to the characters table and select the character by the player ID and his character name. And from that, we're going to pull out the character ID that the auto increment table automatically generated for him. Okay, once we got that, we're going to insert into the character attributes table by the character ID and all his attributes. Attribute 1 to 6 current and 1 to 6 max. And current and max are going to be the same thing. So the ID, attribute 1. So you can see here in the character attributes table right here, and the ID, and all his attributes 1 to 6 current and max. More stuff's going to go in there later, but let's not worry about it. Okay, remember we got this character ID, we need that to put it into the players table, and we're going to stick it in the slot that we used to create this character with, the free slot. Okay, I'm going to put that ID in there, so when it goes to the character select page, it can find that player. Okay. That's basically how that works. Now let's take a look at this. I need to show you. Okay, now we're going to take a look at this Java function called swap content that I made. Basically what it's going to do is it's going to swap out the content of a div. Okay, so let's just take a look at it. This is the div right here. Go back out to when we first get there. Base, race, class, sex, everything that adds to your character is shown. If you just want to see the base, click here. The loading symbol comes up. We're going to put in a smaller one. That's just way too big. See how it works in here? Okay. And this is the function here that does it. It's going to change the content in the div that I give the ID character select preview. That's what that's short for. So it's going to apply to this div right here, and that is this div there. Okay. Let's go back up here. Yeah. Okay. While it's waiting to load, it'll show the image that we've seen there, and that is load image 2 dot show. So when it's loading, it'll show that image, and this is what we want to load, character.view.php. Actually, let's go in and change this image here. So just go to my images folder. We got here load image 2 is huge. We'll swap it up with load image 5. Image loading 5. Okay, so I'll just change the 2 to a 5 here. That should be a much smaller image. Later on, I'll go into my photo editing program, maybe Gimp, Fireworks, and make a proper loading logo. So this is the page you want to load, and we're going to post to this URL, the page content view, that you're right there. Okay, and what we're posting is the variable under the context var, and the value of context var will be this variable here. As you see here, the variable we passed it, function show. Okay, this is what see here. This is the variable we're passing: base, class, race, sex, and all. So we go over to our character view. Okay. Basically, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the attributes table, get the name of the attributes, because no matter what, we're going to need to show the names of the attributes, such as attribute 1 through 6. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to set what to all. Now, if we haven't posted in from our JavaScript, we'll have a content variable, and we're going to set what that content variable. If that content variable is race, then we're going to print out a race table. Hit the MySQL table for the race information, slide it into that table, and the echo. If it's not race, this will be class, which is the exact. Okay, like I said, we're going to do the exact same thing for our class table. If class is selected, now you should be getting fairly good at taking a table from the database, using a while loop to spit it out into a table. And to be pretty straightforward, because we're going to do a lot of that, so should be good at it. Same thing with sex, pretty straightforward. And the same thing with base, which is actually our game set. Remember, it's game set 1. Okay. And if it's all, basically, I just copy and paste each one of those separate things into one great big long folder, so it shows them all in their center. Center. So guess what? We don't need that center in the div over here. So what I'll do, go down here and center. Okay. Now you can see. Oh, I didn't refresh it. That's why it still has that big logo. Let's see the small logo now. Okay. Let's see base. There's it. Class. Nice small logo. Later on, I'll move to the center of the div instead of way over there. And back to all again. Perfect, and that's that. Actually, I'm going to go into the database and no, that's our create character. Next time we'll come back and we'll have these filled in so you can select your character and start to play with them. Okay, thanks a lot, and we'll see you later. Don't forget you can download the files if you don't want to do the typing, just to keep up. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to click on the like button, join my channel, or leave a comment. Thanks for watching.